You're invited to a week of prayer at Upper Victory Church, St. Vincent.
And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed. They sang praises to God, and the prisoners saw them. That was important. The prisoners saw the worship and the praise to God. They could have sit down the whole night and complain, because the jailer got he got the order to make their feet fast with the stocks. And that's what he did. But the late minister upon them, the Catholic people charged them to keep them safely. Who have been received to the charge, thrust them into the inner prison and made their feet fast with the stocks. Our situation can change at midnight. See, even though your feet might be fast in the stock, you can get up at midnight and talk to God. This was what was happening here. And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed, sang praise to God, and the prisoners saw them. Again, the anchor in Jesus. So there wasn't any reason for complaining. With your anchor hold in the storms of life. You and me would have said, well, you know, why did I come to Philippines? What will happen to me? We reach a prison. But they get into prison to worship and praise God. Because God said that the prisoners saw them. You understand? And out of the prisoners saw them, God acts, God works. Suddenly, situation changed. God can change our situation suddenly. It take a day, take a month, it take a year. Suddenly, it could change over. In a matter of minutes, in a matter of time, in a matter of days, the dynamics can change around. Because that's the God whom we are serving. Suddenly, there was a great earthquake. And so that the foundation was shaking. And immediately all doors were open, everyone got loose. Everyone got loose. The keeper of the prison, we come to the slave, see the prison doors open. Do this one to kill himself, supposing that the prison was gone. They fled. Paul pointed out, do yourself no harm, we are here, we ain't going anywhere. So, not because an opportunity turned up for us to run away, we don't run away. We are not guided by providence, we are guided by the Holy Spirit. Right? So, they were all there. So, we are here, we ain't going anywhere. Otherwise, the prison officer will kill himself. Because he wanted to give account for the prisoners. And the first thing he called for, a light. And he sprung in, came trembling, fell down before Paul and Silas, and said, Sirs, what must I do to be saved? You hear what they asked for? Salvation. What must I do to be saved? And they said unto him, they said, believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and thou shalt be saved, and thy house. That very night, the prison officer and his household got saved and baptized. Why? Because these men, they anchor hold fast. With their anchor hold in the storms of life. When the clouds unfold, their winds of strife. When all hell seems to break loose against you, will you serve God? The anchor down in Christ, they sang praises to God, and the prisoners for them. You see, sometimes when we go to these things, we are giving God an opportunity to walk out the blessings. We are giving God an opportunity to walk out His willingness. When we think that things not really going on, but we end up in prison. Just stay with God and worship God. And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed. So no chain in the prison to stop them from praising God. They did not chain up them out. They did not chain up them out. So they can turn up them out to God. And God sent an earthquake and everyone got to peace. Will your anchor hold in the storm of life? You see, when the storm is there, when the storm is up, that's the time God is getting ready to bless us. Because every storm, there is a calm. When the storm is past, there is a calm. So you could understand that the blessing flow as the calm comes along. So when the storm comes up, the devil see the blessing coming like the demonic Gadara. As Christ entered the city, the storm was there, the storm was hitting them on the sea. But from the time they hit the land, the demonic man was healed. And he was alone in his right mind. You see, the enemy see deliverance coming, so the storm was coming. Don't be afraid of the storm. Just put your anchor down. With your anchor hold in the storms of life. When the clouds unfold their wings of strife, when the strong tide lift the cable straight, will anchor ship or form remain? Because Paul and Silas anchor remain, the prisoners called the gospel. The prisoner officer got saved, and his household. The Apostle Paul says in Romans 11, "Oh, the wisdom of God, how unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out." The wisdom of God, how unsearchable are his judgment, his ways past finding out. So when the storm is coming, it's not to crush us. It's not to push us under the sea. It's to bring out the best in us and to bring out the blessings of God. To bring out the best in us and the blessings of God. So when we go into our storm, make sure put the anchor down and remain focused. Remain with God. Stay with God. You will come out with great success, because remember that God is still in charge and God is still in control. So you don't throw it out and give up because the storm is coming. A slave God got saved, be delivered from you.
And there you have a preview of the services thus far. Join the Upper Victory Church up to Saturday 21st January, 6:30 p.m. nightly for